All right, my friends, welcome back to the RPG Backlog. My name is Larry. We've got Travis and Tom here, and we are continuing our journey talking about Final Fantasy IV. And just in case anyone celebrates, happy Hollow Knight Silksong release day to all who celebrate. But we're not here to talk about Silksong. We're here to talk about Final Fantasy IV, and we're continuing on the story. We've got the Underworld, the Dwarven Castle, and the Tower of Babel. Moving on to where's the next one? Oh, Sealed Cavern is at the end. I skipped a whole bunch here by scrolling too fast. We have Eblin. We're going back to Travis's favorite place, and we meet someone named Edge, and we go back to the Tower of Babel. Then we have some optional stuff that we can do, and then we have the Sealed Cavern at the end of this section. So, Tom, Travis, what do you think?
If certain things were not a trope before this game, they became a freaking story trope during this game. If you can get people sacrificing themselves for the party.
Fucking God.
Oh my God. I'm just like, I'm so tired of this crap.
It's over and over and over.
Like,
it got ridiculous here. Because I played this in 2 chunks, and I think that is it Yang, Sid, and a third somebody at some point? I lost track.
So the twins did it. Yang has done it. Sid has done it. Tella has done it. And I feel like I'm missing another one.
Okay, we're not. I don't think there's any illusions about like spoilers and stuff within the segments that we're playing here.
No.
I'm getting a little. What do they call it? Disney deathed out here now.
Yep.
Like Sid. Okay, he sacrificed himself. I can't remember exactly the context of it, but like he jumps off the ship or something.
Yeah,
doesn't
with
he?
a bomb
you're trying to
float.
he closes up the hole when you're trying to leave the underground the first time.
Yep.
But you find him with the dwarfs and he's okay. Oh, okay, fine.
He's just chilling in the bed.
But then he gets up to fix your ship, right? And he works, and then he collapses, and they play the frickin' musical motif like he's died, but then he's just asleep.
I think this one, when Yang did it the second time, like, because Yang was the second one in this one, I have "Thank You, Kane" written in giant letters because I feel like I remember him like kind of calling out like, okay, dude, like, why?
Hey, everybody stop sacrificing yourself.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, why does everyone stop sacrificing themselves? Like, well, thank you for at least being aware that this is getting out of hand.
They got on a roll, the writers, so like, let's kill off everybody.
Everyone.
But not really.
Because
exactly.
Did you guys go see the Sylphs?
I skipped
find
that
Yang
one.
again.
Yeah.
I skipped that.
Yeah.
Yang's alive.
Fine. Well, he's in a coma, but he's alive. Yes.
Fine. But he's not dead, which means he's alive, which is just like, oh. Because that bugged me. Because I actually thought that the Yang one, for whatever reason, that landed best. It's been a while since we've seen him, I think. Or was it? Did we lose him at the beginning of this section?
We lost him in this podcast. Yes, we lost him in 12, I think.
I can't
12,
remember, maybe. Dude. We lost. We just kept losing people. I'm just like, okay, this is getting really old. At this point, I expect the twins to come back. Let's just be real.
Everyone who has died is probably coming back. Yang, at the end of section 12, Yang leaves the party. Okay. And then in the optional section, you go to the Sylvan Cave and you find Yang with the sylphs.
Which do we? I'm just bouncing around now. That cave was really painful.
That's why I skipped it.
Oh,
so that's why I put the comment in there. Do the optional stuff after, because as I found out with the last one, where the optional one was the, what was it, Castle Eblin, which ravaged the living bejeebus out of me when I got to that one boss battle. When I went back to it the second time, it was still a challenge, but it did not feel like I was getting ravaged as hard as I was the first time. Yeah. So this time around specifically, I did section 12, 13, and 15, and then went back into section 14 and it was still, not gonna lie, still a challenge, but again, it did not feel as bad as it was because the Sylvan Cave, I walked into it accidentally before I did 15 and didn't get, yeah, the Malboros, F those buttholes.
Are they in the Sylvan Cave?
Yeah.
Okay, because when you had written that in the Discord, I was like, I didn't see any Malboros, but you must have done something I didn't do. Yep.
Yeah, I went in there before I did section 15. There was one of them in there, and the freaking first thing it does is its breath attack, which drops literally every status effect at once.
Oh, fuck no.
So the silver lining there is that the frogs look really cute in the sunglasses.
No, that's true. I saw a couple of those.
The pig looks pretty badass in sunglasses too, by the way.
Yeah.
The pig, for whatever reason, that's like a rarer thing.
Maybe is.
The other enemies that you fight a lot of is the bog witch and all the toads. So you're just getting toaded nonstop. The pig thing doesn't happen as often. But that whole cave was kind of a chore. And it was because of that stuff that like I really buckled down and I was like, okay, I'm getting like preemptive attacks on these guys. And I literally can't work my way through the menus fast enough before I'm toaded or bad breathed or
exactly
whatever.
Right.
And is it just me too, or are they getting like multiple like turns off?
I think they're getting multiple turns. Yeah.
Before my party can even do one thing. Like
it depends, right? So this is what I've also noticed, because I had this complaint after the first section on the timing on the preemptive shit. I remember this, but now I've also noticed it gets worse. If you cast a damaging spell, right? Like an attack spell, you cast it and then you sit there twiddling your thumbs for quite a while before you actually cast it. And so you can get attacked. And what happened on multiple occasions is I would get turned into frogged in silence before the spell would go off.
Yes. And it was really frustrating.
But the reason why I went into the first time and immediately said F this and walked out is I had the Malboro as one attack and I was like, okay, one of them's fine. The very next battle was 4 of them. And they literally in one round, every character was frogged or pegged. One was pegged, 3 were frogs. 3 of them were stunned, silenced, blinded, and confused. 1 was silenced, blinded, and confused. The only thing he didn't have was the stun. So guess what he does? Start attacking all of my own characters, but there's no one to knock him out of the confusion, and I literally can't do anything because the other 3 are stunned, and I watch as they just start ravaging my freaking party. I got lucky, and finally one of them did attack the one that was just confused and not stunned, and threw Remedy on Rosa, who then immediately started cleaned off Cecil, who then cleaned off everyone else.
Actually tried to hang on there. Yeah.
And then I freaking bolted. I bolted.
Yeah. Yeah, that was not a good time. And I did that. I saved that. That was the last thing I did. I finished that maybe 10 minutes ago. And my party is somewhere in the low to mid 50s, and I was still not having fun with that. I did follow the guide for picking up all of the chests in that cave, and I don't know why I did. This guide is irking me at this point. Number one, it puts all this optional stuff with it's optional because it has all these really challenging enemies in there. I don't know why they're in such a rush to get us there as soon as possible. In the sequencing of the guide, that's a thing I don't understand. And number two, they make this big, I guess it's for completionist people, but it's like, oh, you got to get all these chests. And I'm thinking, they don't make any distinction between a chest that has a weapon that might be expensive or not able to find somewhere else. That's cool. That's worth it. And a freaking high potion. I how many, and also I don't know about you guys, but so many of these they have Zeus's wrath, and it's cast Thunderaga or something. It's like, are you using any of that stuff?
So
not really.
I started to, and I found out that I'm going to start using them a lot more.
Really?
Because
Why?
the ones that cast the Thundaga or the Aga versions are actually super powerful and more powerful than your own version of it. Because on a whim, I threw out the one that does Quake, and it did like twice as much damage as I had cast Quake before and it did nothing. I mean, it did damage, pretty solid damage. Then I threw that one out on a whim because I'm like, I just don't feel like burning the MP, and it did like 2 to 3 times as much damage as the one I cast was. Like, holy crap, dude! Okay. Like they do some serious damage.
That's interesting then, because I don't know why they would be better than your equivalent.
Well, it sounds like your spell was pretty low, so this is 2 or 3 times a low spell.
No, like it was the exact same spell. Both of them were Quake.
I know, but you said that when you did your spell, it was almost nothing. So
yeah, I mean, it did like 500 damage, but then when I threw the other one out, it did like 1,500, 2,000. And I was like, holy crap!
When was this? Is this in the last section?
Yeah, this was in the Sylvan Cave.
Because I cast Quake for like 4K a little while ago and was pretty impressed by that.
my Quake was pretty high.
It depends on what the mob is.
I suppose
some of them are more resistant to it.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
you guys, go ahead.
No, I was to say in this section for the optional stuff, I skipped that one because the guide for the Sylvan Cave looked complex, and I was like, I don't really want to do this right now. Maybe I'll come back later, which I never did. But I really enjoyed the Cave of Summons. Specifically.
So we should pivot to Cave of Summons, but I will say that the guide there's a reason they did that, because the Sylvan Cave is that complicated. It's super labyrinthian, and all of the random encounters are like status effect-a-palooza kind of thing.
No, thank you.
And
I just looking at it, it just looked like it was gonna be following like a maze, and it did not sound fun. So,
but it's the same. Uses the same gimmick as the Cave of Summons, where you have to cast Float, otherwise the floor will kick the shit out of you.
I never casted Float in the Cave of Summons.
Whoa, man! You were just tanking that damage the whole time.
In the Cave of Summons?
Yeah.
The Cave of Summons has like lava floor, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh no, not. Is that the Cave of Summons? Oh, yeah. No, I just tanked it. Yeah, I just kept using potions and stuff.
Oh,
I didn't realize that you could fucking float.
Yeah.
That's one time, and then you don't think about it.
That's awesome. I didn't even think of that. No, I just kept healing myself.
What is the utility of float besides that? Because I read that and was like, oh, a spell I've never used because it's sort
Quake has no effect on you.
But that's it, right? Like ground-based.
Yeah, ground-based earth attacks won't have any impact on you.
Yep. I never thought to use it in the overworld, though. Jesus.
It persists for a long time, or in perpetuity, I think. Maybe until you like leave the dungeon, I think. And all your little dudes are like levitating in all the battle screens. So
that's so cool! God damn it,
pretty neat.
I'd never thought about it for the cave, but I like the. I don't know. This is a part where I started to like difficult battles, like the battles at the end of the Cave of Summons with Asura and Leviathan. I thought were pretty fun. And I was like, oh, I want to grind optional things to get the optional summons. This is cool.
I was worried with who's the first one is Asuna.
Asura in the guide.
Whoever the queen is, and that was I agree. Like I ran into that and just got my butt handed to me, and I was like, oh, okay, I need to think about this a little bit.
Yep.
And it was one of those things where it was like I really didn't think. I was like trying different strategies, and it's like, half my dudes are dead, and I was actually a little annoyed because I waited to do that. Or I didn't have. No, I did still have Kane at that point, and I'm glad I did because I think it would have been hard down a guy. But basically, I was like trying different stuff as the party was dying, thinking, oh, they're gonna die. But I like locked into a strategy that worked so well, I was able to bring the whole party back, and we eventually pulled it out. And
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I thought the king was easier than the queen, for what it's worth.
I kind of found them both difficult. So I don't know. I don't really remember if one was better than the other.
I felt like the tidal wave thing just didn't hit as hard, and he didn't have his like attack rate felt lower. He would like throw out the occasional ice spell, and then he'd do his tidal wave, and the ice spell was an area of attack, and so it was pretty. And the tidal wave, it hurt for several hundred, but not like 800, 900, 1,000 kind of thing. And so it was easy to keep the party alive and just keep slogging on it.
Yeah. Was this the section where Rydia came back, or was that the last podcast?
Right. No, that was a section she comes back and she's older.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I keep connecting these back to the magic cards where Rydia's return. Like now I have context for Rydia's return magic card because it happens here. Comes back with the Mist Dragon summon, which is really cool. That's her mom's summon, basically.
Yeah. And she came back at about the same level as your party, which was freaking nice.
Which is quite nice, right?
Mist Dragon also, have you used it?
Yep.
Which one?
Mist Dragon, the summon, have you used it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hell yeah.
It's awesome.
It's really cool. I love it. When we got Edge after Eblin Castle, so the new party member.
And he was weak as fuck.
Yeah, he was weak as fuck again. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like this is one of the things that I have in my notes here, right? Like when I got him, he was level 25 and I was all my party was in the mid 40s. And like this constant changing of the party member, there's a couple issues that like I get the story with why they keep swapping out party members. It makes the story more intriguing.
Yeah.
It makes the gameplay less stale, but there's two major freaking issues with the way that they've done this. One is the level issue. Like half the time when you get them in, I had to baby Edge for a long time before he didn't almost get one-shotted.
Guys, yeah.
Right, like the first battle I got into, it was the same thing with the twins when we got them. It was like the first battle you got into is like they got hit once by a normal attack. It's like, well, there went 50% of the life bar in one shot.
Yeah.
And oh wait, I had protect on them too, so that didn't do me a whole hell of a lot of good, did it?
It really distracts because now you're constantly trying to prop up this person in just ordinary like random encounters on the overworld kind of thing, and I don't understand if it's a technical limitation. I just don't get it. Your party, the code knows the levels of your party, average them, and that's the new person's level. Like this is not hard.
There's another bigger issue that I've noticed, and I don't know if either of you have noticed it, but have you used any of the gold or silver apples?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it gives you
increase the
HP or MP
right?
increase.
Yeah, I'm scared to use them on anyone besides Cecil because I'm like, am I going to lose them? And then I just threw away apples for they're rare. And, giving myself 50 or 100 bonus hit points, no small thing. So I was like, who the hell do I put the apples on besides Cecil because he's the only constant?
I felt pretty confident giving them to Rydia, which is who I gave most of them to because she came back and probably wasn't going to leave again. I was like, so far so good.
Sacrifice comes in the next episode.
So far so good, but I had the same thought too. It's like, okay, well, those are useful, and then Yang's gone. Well, if I gave him all the shit, then all the shit's gone.
Well, right. or is he? But by the time he comes back, his level's going to be out of whack.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't go to the Sylvan Cave, so he didn't come back for me. I don't know.
But like, what I mean to say is that you could say, oh, well, you don't need to worry.
Oh, yeah,
you played this game once before, and they all come back eventually anyway, so it's not like you lose them. But like, let's say that you poured a bunch of those resources into the twins. If they come back, they're 20 levels behind you, or even if then they're artificially inflated, it dilutes down. I found that a really weird thing to include because the value proposition of it is a total unknown, given like at least in the first playthrough of the game, sort of thing. You don't know where to put them, and I maybe need to just like lighten the fuck up and just use them and have fun kind of thing. But I'm a hoarder, and I felt that way for the most part because I'm doing the 2x experience. So I'm like, I'm gaining enough life that it's the 50 or 100 HP that I get isn't gonna make or break anything for me. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I don't know. To me, I sit there and it may not make or break it, but at the same time, with some of these characters, giving them an extra 100 hit points, 200 hit points when you have a few of these, no small thing. And if you throw it out there and then you lose them only to get somebody else later who you're like, holy crap, you're weak as fuck now too. Would have been nice to have those 200 hit points to give
that's
you.
A good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I keep running into, and I'm sitting there going, I should use them, but I hesitate and wondering if I'm going to be throwing away a rare item for useless, and I shouldn't feel that way, right? The easy way to do this is you use it, and everyone in the party at that point in time gets, maybe it's not 100, but maybe it's like you have it. Everyone gets 25 bonus hit points. Everyone gets 100 or 50 hit points if you use the gold ones. Right. Just where it's like you don't have that fear of like, did I waste it when you lose someone? Because I use them early on Rydia, and I don't know if the value of them returned when she came back because her level had changed so much. And the same thing with Rosa. I don't know if I gave them to her at the very beginning and then lost her, and if I'd given them to Tella, well, I'm just completely wasting that shit.
Yeah, because he went and fucking killed himself. Like, God damn it, why did I give you 100 extra HP?
Didn't do you any good, man.
You're gonna find him on the moon, I promise.
He's gonna be the final boss, like fucking
with
gonna
come and murder your party. Points.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna eat the apple in front of you. Like, look, motherfucker, I still got the apple.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's, like I said, I get it for the story, but they need to find a way. And I don't know if this was a limitation at the time, or they just didn't think of it, or they just didn't care. Whatever it is, there's these little things that their design choices have created issues that shouldn't be issues.
I think it sounds cool on paper and like it's a neat thing, but if you're sort of playing the meta aspect of the game, it's something to be desired. And speaking of things that leave something to be desired, do we care about the underworld as a overworld part 2 kind of thing?
Absolutely not.
It's so empty. There's nothing there.
There isn't, yeah.
And
you know what? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine.
No, I was going to say, I think, if I remember correctly, this came out the same year as Link to the Past. And you've got the Light World and the Dark World Link to the Past, which are quite engaging. Whereas this Underworld is kind of like, eh.
It's almost like an afterthought.
Yeah. Why is it so, like, they needed the Underworld because they needed the double... That's like the psych out on the crystals. He's got all the crystals. I actually 2 sets. It's like, okay, let's go get. Oh nope, he's got all those 2. Shit. Like, but there's a couple of caves and some dwarves and these fairy looking folks kind of thing. I think that for that to really be sold as a concept, it needs to be just as dense as the overworld, which admittedly is not super this game either, but it's got more than this stuff. And I'm confused. Are the oceans lava?
Yes.
Okay. I think so. Yeah, because you get the airship that can go over lava, right? That's what the point of the option.
The dwarves refer to them at one point as the sea, and the sea is blue up in the overworld. Wait, what? This is just like Tang Ocean, or? But no. Okay, I think it's supposed to be lava.
Yeah. Well, the one redeeming factor of the Underworld is that it has my favorite boss in Final Fantasy, which is the Demon Wall. And I was glad to see. I want to say that I'm glad to see it make a return, but I actually saw it first in Final Fantasy 12 and fucking hated it. So I'm happy to see it here. I mean, God,
7 too, right?
Well, I'm sure it's another. I'm sure it's another Final Fantasies as well. But for me, at least, in our first RPG backlog series with just Travis and I about Final Fantasy 12, I must have died to the Demon Wall like 50 fucking times. I don't even know, man. It was, I just could not figure it out for the longest time.
And it was, I can't remember what the gimmick was.
Yeah, there was some trick that I was like, oh, what? Really? That's it?
Yeah. Which game did you guys play? Was it 12?
It was Final Fantasy 12.
12. Okay.
Yeah. The Demon Wall was in there, and there was a gimmick to it. And I figured out pretty quick. I was like, I think it was like Arrow or something. One of the spells just did insane damage to it.
Oh, it was Reflect. Wasn't it Reflect?
Yeah. Or was it Reflect? Yeah, because it casted spells.
Yeah.
So it would reflect back on itself. And
well, I didn't figure that out. So I just kept getting my ass kicked and getting more and more frustrated.
So, yeah. And so I tore through it in like 3 rounds, and he spent untold amount of time doing it.
Exactly.
Well, this is the debut of Demon Wall.
Yeah, this is the first time, and I beat
Four.
it in one try, so I felt good.
I like that though, because I remember that from, so it's in 4, 12, 14.
7.
Yeah. But I like that it has the time limit and that it's like slowly inching towards you.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of the Tonberries, who are legit just like, there's this inevitability. It's like, oh, you got to kill it fast.
Murderous little freaks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Final Fantasy IV released in 91.
Yeah.
A Link to the Past released in 91 in Japan only.
Oh,
and
that's why
then
91's in my head.
April of 92 in the US.
Oh, okay, that's why 91's
So
in my head.
this actually came out, even if we look at Japan, this came out in Final Fantasy IV came out in July of 91, and Link to the Past was November of 91. So, yeah. Link to the Past did it better with the secondary world, just going to say it.
There's a lot more to it, maybe even too much, honestly. I'm kind of still stuck in the dark world, but there's just a lot to chew on.
Don't shit on my favorite Link.
It's a great. I'm not. What criticism is not shitting on something. I like 12, but we shit on it most of that fucking podcast.
I did not like 12.
Yeah, so. And that's fine. I did, but I also didn't. I don't love it as much as other ones, but there's redeeming stuff there.
I'm just joking.
I criticize the president of the United States, and I love him. I mean, you can criticize things you love.
Anyways.
Demon Wall was fun. I liked all of the I liked the foreshadowing in where was this place? Was this a sealed cave? Was where Demon Wall
sealed
was?
cavern, yeah.
That you had to fight. What were all we fought?
All the doors. All the doors.
What
yeah.
are they called? Trapdoors is what
Trap doors, yeah.
I was worried at that point because I was trying to finish up to on the 4x boost and just make sure, and then I'm just like slaughtering doors for like buku XP. He's like, oh, I gotta turn this off, this is too easy.
Well, one of the doors had like a really good sword. I think it was a sword behind
light
it.
Sword,
yeah, maybe that was it. So I did like every single door. Like, what else is back here? And the rest was like potions.
Most of it was garbage, but that one sword was super good. And again, that's going back to the guide. I wish the guide like, hey, here's something good that you actually want. And
yeah, exactly. I feel like this guide, differently than 1, 2, or 3, is more vague in weird ways. So
yeah.
So I don't think it's more vague. I'm going to disagree there. I think that there's just more to this, and this is more complex than the previous one, so that seems more vague. Because literally all of them have said like this walk, like at the very beginning of this, literally second paragraph of this thing is technically the third sentence, says this walkthrough is a minimalist bullet point guide for those who don't want to dive into the dense, lengthy walkthrough, but also for those who don't want to right. But I would say that the other games there's been significantly less depth to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Than what this one has.
And I guess my counterpoint is, okay, you're going for minimal, but also I need to know where every single chest and every single beast is, and this is stuff they focus on. It feels that's not how we're playing the game, right? We don't need every damn treasure chest.
Well, and I think just giving some sort of like, these chests are worthwhile. You don't have to say what's in it, but like these are worthwhile. These are junk. Don't worry about those. So
that's what I maybe expected. Yeah, exactly. That's neither here nor there. So what else do we have to talk about here? We had that guy. We had the What was the deal with the Elblin Castle? The castle got destroyed by who destroyed the castle? And they're hiding out in like a town nearby.
It wasn't the Red Wings that came by and tore this thing up.
I couldn't remember who.
Maybe it's the Elemental Fiends. I don't remember.
Yeah, Edge was after somebody.
Yeah, because he was the prince of that castle, right?
Oh, it was what's his name? The
Rubicante?
Rubicante. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the
Last
elemental
Lord.
fiends then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That was fun. Tower of Babel was okay. That had more of that techno motif inside of it. I don't remember that much about it, other than
It was the same tower.
Well, you go back, right?
Yeah.
But
You see a slightly different portion of it, but it's the same tower.
Yeah.
Do we know why the tower is important? I feel like it's just a place.
I thought they were talking about, well, I don't know actually.
Oh, is that how they're going to reach the moon?
Maybe, because that's where all the crystals were.
I think that's right. Yeah, because you got the cutscene at the end of this one with all the crystals blinking together, and then you see the tower grow and get all like swirly and Aurora Borealis and stuff like that. So,
it felt like the gateway thing. Like this is where we do all the evil stuff so that our evil plans come to fruition in some way.
Yeah. So that was neat.
I'm still waiting for my prediction to come true.
Well, not in this section, but you still got one more section to go. The next section starts with an optional piece, which is the thing, and then we go to the moon, the cave of Bahamut, and the giant of Babel, and then we finish with the final dungeon, which is the lunar subterrane, and that takes us out of Final Fantasy IV. Anything else on this section?
No, I mean, I've already gone through all my stuff and my complaints. I mean, overall, I'm still thoroughly enjoying the game, but like I said, if it wasn't a trope before, it's a trope now.
Especially,
this game introduced it and then bashed it over the head.
Oh my God.
Where I was just like, come on, man.
I appreciate, though, like for all the complaints we've had, which I think we all sort of agree on them in this section specifically, they really took a swing on this Final Fantasy of like telling a really in-depth story and deepening the dungeon experience and whatever else. There's obviously things to fix, and certainly 4 stands out as one of the best. I mean, if you talk to Final Fantasy fans, 6 as well. This is where it really started, and there's some things to nitpick, but I mean, I appreciate that they took a swing here.
That's also, speaking of them sort of reusing stuff or hitting that button. Kane, what is it? Is he a quadruple agent now? Because he was a good guy, and then he's a bad guy. And he's a good guy again. Now he's a bad guy again, and we're either going to kill him or he's going to be a good guy again after the moon. It's like, that miffed me a little bit. It was just like, oh man, like.
But that's why his magic card is so good, because as soon as he gets hit, he switches sides, and then again switches sides. It's just his card just goes back and forth.
Does it really?
It does, yeah.
Oh my God.
It's so perfect, man. Every fucking magic card is so perfect for what the thing actually does, except maybe the Mysidian Elder. Like the Mysidian Elder in the Magic the Gathering, it creates a 1 or a 0/1 Black Wizard token. But the Mysidian Elder, there are white mages there too.
Yeah, but we went over this. That would be OP.
I don't know, like pinging for 1 health. I don't know if it'd be that OP.
He got name checked near the end of this section when you go back and talk to the dwarves to put the drill on. They start talking about. I don't wonder, Larry, if there's still something that might explain that at the end. Like I don't wonder if Mysidian Elder shows up one more time, because they mentioned him when they were talking.
Yeah, I mean he's certainly, big enough to get a magic card, right? They didn't get magic cards to like everybody.
No, what I'm saying is, I think he might do something in the story.
I see. Right. Yeah.
That could possibly make more sense.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's the one that stands out. Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot about that guy. And he's like, "Yes, he's definitely praying." That's what he's doing. He's like, "Okay, guys,
right. Yep,
sure."
I will say, I think this is the first time. I agree with you where it's like they took a swing with the story, they flushed it out, they kept going, but also at the same time, it feels like this is the first time where no one was rushed. Like they didn't get to a point where it's like, dude, you're out of budget, you're out of time, just ship it. It feels like they're actually getting the time to give the whole game its due justice.
Yeah, I think they at the same time were developing a different Final Fantasy that they canned for the NES, right? And then this is the one they kept working on, so this one seemed to have quite a bit of time. Yeah.
And I can't remember from that story. Did they bring some of that stuff over to this one?
No,
maybe?
No. They were 2 different teams, 2 different things, and they just It was like 85% done, they said. And people were just like, where's that lost game? But it's real fucking lost. I mean, Tactics had to be rebuilt from the ground up because they fucking wrote over the source code.
I was reading that. I was reading that article today about that they just didn't keep track of this stuff, which is pretty funny. But
they had to go get it from all the fans, essentially.
Yes. Yeah, that's what they said at the panel we saw at PAX. They're like, we thank God for all of you in the audience because you had kept the fan blogs up and whatever else, and we could go to you and see exactly what it was like in the original game. It's like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
But it's a good thing that the Recording Artist Association industry, whatever, is suing the Internet Archive. So.
Oh, I mean, and Nintendo's just, DCMA and suing everyone to the ground that tries to keep ROMs and other versions of their games still alive, since they won't. Anyways, we're not going to go.
Why we can't have nice things, but
Yep.
That'd be a much longer podcast.
Oh God, that would be a weeks long podcast.
Well, this has been good. We have one more in Final Fantasy IV. I'm excited to get to the end and talk about that with both of you. Everyone else, thanks so much for listening. If you like our podcast, please rate it on your podcast service of choice. And we will be back next week with the finale of Final Fantasy IV.
Peace.